This is Otter Holt. An otter holt is a den. It's the name given to a den for an otter, but she's also the name given to a 70-foot traditional style narrowboat built by Colecraft in 1991. She's an absolutely lovely boat. You'll see as we go through, she's been home to the current owner for the last 14 years. She's fully equipped and tried and tested as a liverboard, so from that point of view, she's got everything that you need. She has actually just in January 2020 had a hull survey. It was prior to marketing. There is some overplating required down the sides of the boat, and she's booked in to have that work done in Easter 2020 at the owner's expense, of course. That will also include blacking at the same time. Paintwork's in reasonable condition. 70 feet long, as I say, so the space and the comfort that she affords is astonishing. She's a very light boat. There's 12, I think, of these bus-style windows. They're hopper openers. The fit-out is lovely. She's fitted out an oak face ply with a solid oak trim. The floor is solid wood. And the proportions of the rims in here, you'll see as we go through, are very generous. There's two 13-kilo gas bottles in the forward locker there. They have a changeover valve. The well deck is 4.5 feet long. Glazed boards at the front. Storage under the seats on the port side, and under the starboard side seat there is a diesel tank for the stove. Lovely wooden doors. They're glazed. They're stable doors, so the bottom halves you can shut independently. And in the boat we go. I think you'll immediately get a feel for this boat, how nicely fitted out she is. The feeling of space and light. Lovely wall lights in the saloon here. There's the diesel stove. That's got a back boiler to it, so that heats the water, does central heating as well. We'll talk about the central heating. Television point in the corner here. That television is going. That's not part of the sale. Some good cupboard storage space under the television. Storage under the front step there as well. Some shelves in the corner, and I didn't point out on the video, but there's actually a little cupboard next to those shelves. Good head height, 6'3". Lovely beams over the ceiling. There's one of 5 radiators on board. The saloon, by the way, is 16 feet long in here. Central heating, I've just mentioned a radiator. The central heating, there's 3 forms. The diesel stove heats the radiators, and an Aldi gas boiler on board. And there's also a planar diesel-fired boiler. That's the equivalent of an Everspacker. I'm not familiar with them, but it's supposed to be very good. The dinette follows, super comfortable. Storage under both benches, also under the floor. This turns into a double berth. There's a light. I think that's actually called a mammary light as a technical expression. Shelves on the starboard side, another radiator. And there's a child gate here, quite good for keeping children or dogs out of the kitchen. And into the kitchen we go. 6.5 feet long, sorry, 9 feet 2 inches long, I read the wrong bit. Walnut worktops, there's a drawer there for cutlery. Huge cupboard under here, that goes all the way back to the side of the boat. The cooker's a Beco double oven. There's an intercom system there, there's another phone on the back deck. The cooker's a Beco double oven, 4-burner gas hob and grill, double sink, or sink with a draining bit. The water's going there, by the way, because I'm winterising her. Huge cupboards under the sink. These have got the carousel type shelves that pull out. Still quite a few personal possessions on the boat. They'll all be cleared out, of course. Microwave in the corner. Shelves and cupboards above that. And in this cupboard here, that's why I like to open cupboards, there's often things squirreled away behind them. A fridge freezer. That's a 240 volt Russell Hobbs. Underneath that is the full-size Hoover washing machine. Three cupboards on the starboard side. Very useful space. And there's the view back down the galley. Very spacious. On we go down the corridor on the starboard side. There's a side hatch here with steps. There's a roof hatch in that side hatch. There's a door that closes off the kitchen from the rest of the boat. Past another radiator into the bathroom. The bathroom is very long for a narrowboat, nearly 8 feet long. Cupboard with mirror over the sink, lovely sink, ceramic. There's a pump out loo and also a porta potty on board for emergencies, or might be your preference. Another radiator in here and a very large shower cubicle, lovely shower head. Glass bifold door. There's a light over it. There's an extractor fan in here as well. Cupboards and linen shelves between the shower and the gunnels. There we go. Showing you these cupboards. Right we go. Towards the back of the boat, another radiator. And there's a very large airing cupboard here. It's a bit tight to squeeze through with the camera. The hot water tank's at the back here, and then there's shelves up to the ceiling. And room for the ironing board and a hoover. Very good sized cupboard. Shelves opposite the bed. Fixed bed is 6 feet 2 inches long. There's room to stick your feet over on the outside if you're taller than that. Storage under the hole of the underneath of this bed. Accessed through the hatches there. And cupboard over with reading lights under. Really comfy. The bedroom's huge as well. All these rooms are well proportioned, nearly 11 feet long. There's a lovely dressing area at the bottom of the bed. There's a stool there for that dressing table. That television's going as well, but the TV aerial pointer's there. And some quite clever pull-out shelves here. Next to the dressing table is a gargantuan wardrobe. 2 levels of rails, and it goes all the way back to the side of the boat. Rest assured those clothes will not be part of the sale. Not that I dislike them, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm just saying you won't be buying somebody else's wardrobe. Through the door into the engine room. Under there is the engine. It's a Thornycroft, just over 3,000 hours on it, and there's a diesel-fired generator under there as well, 5 kilowatt generator, and that blue box is the 3 kilowatt Victron inverter. There's the other end of the intercom. There's a cupboard in here for hanging things, and the batteries are under those boards there. And the Morse control and various bits of electrical equipment there. So out we go onto the back of the boat. There's the office, and there's the view from the helmsman's position. There's a storm cover that goes over the back of this boat when it's shut up. That's just on the top of the hatch there. So I'll have another walk back through the boat. There's a cupboard here that I missed. The water tank's stainless steel, not sure of the capacity. We've talked about the central heating. Hot water is from the diesel stove, the Aldi gas boiler, the engine, and there's also an immersion heater on board, so there's 4 sources of hot water. Good sized battery bank, 410 amp hour domestics, and 1 starter, which was new in 2020. Most of the lighting's LED. And she really has everything that you would need, in my opinion. Lovely dinette. Lovely fit out. All in all, lovely boat. I ought to mention, by the way, that the sofa and the armchair in here won't be part of the sale as well. So there we go, reluctantly leave Otter Holt. For further photographs, a fully downloadable colour brochure and the price, go to our website www.rugbyboats.co.uk.